Most of the large German political parties agree that hydroelectric power is a needed renewable resource and has to be financed. The major split occurs, however, when discussing which power plant shall be funded. Big and small power plants divide the politics, as some say only one of them is to be funded, while others say that both are important as they are.
Renewable energy evolved over time in Germany, from being non-existent to accounting to almost half of the energy produced. The Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy proves to be a sufficient source to determine this change in the German energy production and consumption. Before looking at the production of hydroelectric power in Germany, we need to figure out how much Germany is producing energy in total. In 2020, Germany used more than 470,000 gigawatt hours and produced around from renewable sources 250,000 gigawatt hours. This means that around 45 to 50% of Germany's electricity comes from green sources. Hydroelectric power, however, only makes up a small portion. 18,000 gigawatt hours is produced from hydroelectric power. That is only around 8% of the total 200,000, which is produced from wind and solar together. More than 60% of Germany's renewable energy comes from wind power plants, on and offshore. In fact, even though hydroelectric power is the oldest renewable source of energy in Germany, its representation shrank, giving way from wind power and photovoltaic plants. You can see that hydroelectric power makes up the smallest portion in Germany's renewable energy sources. Wind and solar power are leading in Germany, and they will, as they are regarded to be more profitable by the government and the public opinion.
The very first hydroelectric shaft power station has been built in Loisach in February of 2020 in Germany within the area of Natura 2000. Natura 2000 consists of connected protected areas within the European Union following the Rules of Habitats Directive. This new hydroelectric power plant was designed to be the most animal-friendly and thus got permission to be built in a Natura reserve in Germany. Still, it got criticism, most notably by a biologist in Loisach, working to preserve the nature and protecting the fish living in the river. The power plant is installed and working under the condition that immediate measures will be taken if the situation of the fish changes. Therefore, if the power plant is as renewable as it claims to be and can protect the local wildlife, we can expect it to be used in many more rivers. The power plant works by having a shaft where the water can flow down and through the turbine, generating electricity and then continues flowing. The shaft prevents fish from getting close to the turbine. A wall creates a drop of the water, which is needed to create enough pressure to turn the generator. There are two holes, one at the top and one at the bottom, to create a way for the fish to escape. A water ladder creates a path for the fish to go against the current and back up to reach their spawn area. Thanks to the large surface of the area of the shaft, the created current that would suck the fish down is small and negligible. Such a system allows several turbines to be lined up in a row, therefore saving space and increasing efficiency, as we do in Germany.
Hydropower has many advantages, but there's still the word power behind it, which is associated with dangers. Dams have to withstand a lot of force, which they usually do. But accidents do happen sometimes. External influences can cause a lot of damage due to the amount of water. For this reason, dams are a popular target in war. The last war in Germany was the Second World War, in which 5 dams were bombed in a military operation by the British Army. 1,600 people died from the water forces. One of them was the Möhne Dam. It took 5 years to build, and with its 40-meter high and 650-meter long dam wall, it is still one of the largest dams in Germany. With a length of 10,000 meters, the dam lake measures 135 times 10 to the power of 9 liters. The blowing up of the Möhne Dam not only caused a wave of destruction, but the water level in some villages and towns near the river increased dramatically. Among the 1,600 victims were 1,000 prisoners of war and immigrant workers. This shows that in such an attack, the scale is unpredictable, and mostly innocent people die or suffer from the destruction of their homes. Another accident that was not caused by war was the dam break of the Ibra Dam in 1977, which was caused by a thunderstorm. Fortunately, no people died, but it cost 30 million D-marks, which is about 15 million euros today. The force of the 3-meter high flood wave destroyed many houses and kept several fire brigades busy. The destroyed dam was rebuilt in 1979. These two examples show the fatal consequences of accidents in connection with hydropower, although they usually happen extremely rarely. Concludingly, under normal operating conditions, there's almost no danger. Germany's water power plants generate sufficient green energy, and with the invention of the shaft power plant, we can be sure that hydroelectric power plants will continue to provide clean electricity. Still, compared to other clean energy sources, water power makes up the least amount of green energy produced.